Guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be breaking down another neo soul beats. I want to put in one music theory concepts for each video I do. So this one is going to be, I think, the second video from last week's video, which I think was very informative. I actually started with the bass line, but we're going to start the breakdown with the chords because I think that's a good place to start. So in terms of the chords, we are in the scale of D minor. So our first chord is in D minor 9, and then our second chord, so it's still a D minor 9, but the root note is an E, so it's a D minor 9 over an E, which makes it a slash chord. And then our next chord is a C diminished 7. Diminished chords are a really cool way of adding spice to your chords. They work really well as passing chords. So I'm going to show you how to make a diminished chord, like it's a diminished 7 chord. So you have 3 minor thirds stacked on top of each other. So minor thirds is like you have 2 spaces in between, or you go 1 2 3. So 2 spaces again, and then 2 spaces again, and mine was a D, no, a C sharp. So this is a diminished 7. And then I just played around with the inversion here. As you can see, it's still the same notes, it's just placed in a different way. And then you have a G minor at 11, and then you have a G minor 9, and then you have an A minor 11, and then you have a B flat 7 sharp 9. And that's the chord progression. It basically repeats. And then the only thing different is that after the G minor you have a C minor 9, and the last chord is an altered dominant, so that means we altered that dominant chord in some way, and this time we augmented the 5th and then we sharpened the 9th. So if you have a chord like let's go to our chords here, so it's going to be just a 9 or G. So the 5th will be E, we augment it, make it an F, and then the 9th as a B, augment it again, make it a C. And if you can see, these notes are all the notes here, just placed in a different order. So if you take this one up, and then if you repeat this C, which is here, and then this F, just take it up 2 times, and then this G is right over here. So that's how you make your chords sound not basic. Just change the voicings, like how the chords are placed, and that's an altered dominant. Preset I use is Keyscape, the Wurlitzer 1408 amp warm, and then I also repeated the chords on Pianoteq, Steinway Prelude, repeated the chords on Addictive keys, Time Flies, also on Lounge Lizard, yeah, just the default Lounge Lizard. And then I think I did Pianoteq again, but it's modified, and we're gonna see this one again later. And I also repeated the chords on Omnisphere. I used the Hollywood Studio string section. For the bass line, I color coded it so it can be easier to see. So basically this is the triggers, so this changes how the plugin plays. This was a reminder for me to use vibrato. So if you read the manual, which I did recently, you'd see that this controls the vibrato. So if this has a value of 0.75 or greater, it will create some sort of vibrato. And then if you want to use it manually, you can, like, you know, use it manually, and then you get the vibrato that way. But I just used automation. So this is greater than 0.75 is 76, and then this is 100%, 76, 100%. So basically what I do a lot for bass lines is fifths. So the distance from D to A is a fifth, and then that's the same thing because I'm going to D. That's what I like to use, and then I just use okay, and then we move on to the drums. I love the drums. So if you've noticed like my beats lately, I've been using this pattern a lot. I call it 3-step neo. So if you know house music from South Africa, you'll know 3-step house. So it has this like 3-step kick. So that's what I've been utilizing a lot because I like that pattern, and I like to incorporate it in neo soul. So this is what it sounds like. And then what I did was I have a lot of fills, so this is one of them. And then a piano solo. I've been using the minor blues scale a lot because that's what I'm trying to learn now. So I've been using that a lot for my solos. Okay, let me transpose to D. This is basically how I do solos. I transpose to the key of the beat from A sharp because that's the scale I know. So the minor blues scale here would be so D, F, G, the flat 5, which is G sharp, no, not A, F, it's A there, C, and then D again. And then I have these strings on BBC Orchestra. I'm playing the violin 1, and then it's just playing D, G, A, G, D, and then a D underneath. Adds a lot of suspense. And then obviously, as always, I have the textures. And then my tag.
TJ, oh, this is beautiful.
And then what I also have is these little guys. Saxophone. These come from Splice, by the way. And then I also have these. And then these. For the intro, I play a simple version of the bass line on here. Maybe. I have amplitude 5 on the bass line. I've been using this more than guitar rig lately. but I have that on the bass line. Then I have lo-fi punch on the keys, like on the Pianoteq. I have cassette on Addictive drums. I have amplitude 5 again on ample bass U, and then I have the SSL native strip on the drums. I have acid 20 on Lounge Lizard, and then this is my tag, and then I have lo-fi punch again on Pianoteq, and then that's it. And then I have these delay and reverb, which I use for a bunch of the instruments. And that's it for the breakdown. If you have any questions, you can ask them in the comments. I try to answer every comment. And if you guys would like me to explore other genres or anything, I'll be happy to do that. And that's it for the beat. I hope you guys enjoy the breakdown, and if you have any questions, just let me know. Peace.
DJ, oh, this is beautiful.